Hello there, good evening. Welcome to Look North on the programme tonight. Hundreds sign a petition calling for better safety measures on a Sheffield road that's seen a series of crashes.
I'm terrified on that road in case I'm crossing the road, even under green lights. I don't know if the car's coming or going. It's just, I need something there to reassure me that I'll be safe.
Sheffield Council says it's looking at what safety measures can be implemented. Also tonight, the front of a former Victorian church in Cleckheaton has collapsed, narrowly missing 2 people. Green, clean power. A new multi-million-pound plant opens in Scarborough to help build a cleaner future. And 110 days to go, why Christmas has come early to Harewood House.
And a settled day to come on Tuesday with good spells of sunshine, but how long will it last? I'll have more details for you towards the end of the programme.
Hello there, good evening. Hope you had a lovely weekend. Welcome to Monday's programme. Residents living by a street in Sheffield where a boy died after being hit by a car while walking on the pavements are demanding measures to make the road safer. Abdullah Al-Jasidi died in hospital in June after being struck by a car on Staniford Road in Darnall area of the city. People living there say the road is a death trap because of the increasing incidents of dangerous driving. Now here's a warning that some of you may find the following report by Mark Ansell distressing.
16-year-old Abdullah innocently walks along Staniford Road in Darnall in June this year. Off camera, a car then collides with a cyclist and then Abdullah before driving away. He died in hospital. Later the same month, on the same road, a woman with her son waits for the green man before crossing when they're ploughed into. She suffered a triple leg break. Her daughter says the incident has traumatised the whole family.
You can see how the car nearly went through her head. I think after I saw the video, I was really scared to think that that could happen to anybody, especially after it was her right of the way, and it just made me extremely paranoid.
Police say a 20-year-old woman has been reported on summons for driving without due care and attention and driving without insurance. Residents say dangerous driving is happening all the time. Sharma is scared to walk along Staniford Road. She started a petition calling for speed cameras, which has been signed by more than 800 people.
I want some consideration on that road there. We've had so many incidents, as you can see on the footages. People are driving up and down. It's like a racetrack. It's a showing off that can kill a life. We need to feel comfortable when we're walking on the streets. I'm terrified on that road in case I'm crossing the road, even under green lights. I don't know if the car's coming or going. It's just, I need something there to reassure me that I'll be safe. And I know the enforcement cameras will do that.
In a statement, Sheffield City Council says Staniford Road has been included in their local safety scheme and part of the road has been identified for further investigation. They say the findings, alongside available budget, will determine what safety measures can be implemented and where. Residents want action now, though, before anyone else is injured or worse. Mark Ansell, BBC Look North, Darnall in Sheffield.
Got some incredible footage coming up next. 2 people narrowly escaped death when the front of a former Victorian church in Cleckheaton collapsed. It's understood up to 60 tonnes of stonework may have fallen from the building, which is now a wedding venue. Thankfully, no one was injured during the incident on Saturday. A spokesperson for the venue says there's been some disruption to its usual activities, but they hope to be up and running again very soon. Phil Bodmer has more.
Cheating death by a whisker. The moment tons of masonry fall from a building onto the street below. 2 pedestrians are just inches away from disaster. Thankfully, no one was injured.
I had half a second to sort of turn and jump out of the way. And then I just went to work, and then I got there, legs were shaking, like trembling. And then once the video got out, that's when it like really like sunk in, realised how like close I was to. Like it could have been a totally different story if I were 5 seconds quicker. Like we wouldn't have been having this talk today.
Today, heavy lifting equipment was brought in to remove debris as investigations into what caused the collapse got underway.
We called out, we worked through the night on Saturday night, making it safe, taking away any imminent danger, and then we've come back today with more specialist equipment to lift the heavy pieces of masonry down to the floor, and then we're going to be scaffolding it.
The listed building, dating from 1857, was originally built as a church, but later became what is thought to be Britain's biggest Indian restaurant. Today it operates as a wedding venue. This morning, staff are on site assessing the damage.
As you can see back here, within 2-3 days we've had the scaffolding companies out, we've had the contractors out, we've had the engineers out, we've had everybody out trying to resolve, and we want to try to get back to normality. Buildings can be replaced, businesses can be replaced, lives cannot be replaced, and we're so grateful to the Almighty that nothing happened to the guests that were walking past.
It just happened to fall at 10 o'clock Saturday morning.
I suppose really in a way that you've just cheated death by the skin of your teeth, isn't that?
Yeah, literally. Like, it's a miracle. Like, super lucky. I'm not really a religious person, but I feel like someone were watching over me or something. Like, luck were just on my side. My dad showed it in video, he's like, I can't watch it. Like, too close to losing my son.
It's hoped the road will be reopened later today or by tomorrow at the latest, and this much-loved landmark can be soon repaired and enjoyed once again. Phil Bodmer, BBC Look North, Cleckheaton.
Gosh, such a lucky escape. Someone was definitely looking down on him, weren't they, on Saturday? You are watching Monday's Look North, still to come on tonight's programme. The 94-year-old Army veteran from Bingley walking 20,000 steps for a baby unit that helped his grandchildren. OK, we're going to look at some other stories coming into the newsroom now. West Yorkshire Police have made almost 3,000 arrests and seized more than £32 million worth of drugs in the last 5 years. This dramatic dashcam footage shows the proactive intercept team forcibly stopping drivers suspected of being involved in drugs trafficking and other offences. Since 2020, they've made the equivalent of 11 arrests a week. Workers at Airedale Hospital have been protesting over pay ahead of a full-scale walkout this Friday. More than 150 hospital staff, including porters, catering staff and security, are expected to go on strike after some of their roles were outsourced to a subsidiary company, AGH Solutions. Earlier today, some of those affected gathered outside the hospital in protest. AGH Solutions says it remains hopeful of a resolution. Now, plans for the first phase of a new housing complex in Bradford city centre have been submitted to the council. Almost 100 new energy-efficient townhouses will be built as part of phase 1 of the Bradford city village. The recently closed Ostler shopping centre is due to be demolished later this year to make way for the project. Now, how about this for a story? The owners of a bearded dragon in Sheffield are asking for help after he was stolen from his tank. Mushu was taken from Healy City Farm in the early hours of this morning. The farm say 2 thieves broke down the door to their animal house and smashed the glass to his tank. The owners and South Yorkshire Police are appealing for anyone with information to get in touch. The Yorkshire Wildlife Trust has warned that the region's woodlands face lasting damage because of the ongoing drought. It says wet woodlands drying out and stress from the heat causing leaves to drop early for the autumn are just some of the problems having serious effects on the local wildlife. The Trust says without intervention, Yorkshire could lose some of its woodlands forever. Now, next tonight, a state-of-the-art factory has officially opened in North Yorkshire today. The multi-million-pound plant in Scarborough will build electrical equipment needed for the UK's move towards cleaner energy. It's owned by the global energy group Schneidler, and our political editor Richard Edwards, let's get his name right, Richard Edwards was there to cut the ribbon.
A multi-million-pound investment which politicians and business leaders say makes North Yorkshire a big player in the push for cleaner, greener power. Energy firm Schneider Electric officially opening its £42 million Scarborough factory. It'll make the kit needed for the UK's move away from fossil fuels, with one of the guests underlining that this event has international significance.
My visit is because Schneider Electric is opening a plant, a big investment here, but it's also because when you are an ambassador, you have to discover the country where you live, you have to present your country, and it's very important for me not to stay in London, but to discover the richness of the country. And I think that Yorkshire is the place to be also.
Schneider's been employing people here in Scarborough for nearly a century. Its bosses say that history has given its workers a deep knowledge of specialist manufacturing, skills it will serve its customers well here in Yorkshire and the North East, but also right across the globe.
Schneider has been in some form or capacity in the Yorkshire area since the 1930s. It means that we have huge skill sets in Scarborough. And so as we considered the growth opportunities we were seeing in our businesses that are served by this facility and considered was this the place that we would ultimately put it for the long run, we realized that our skills, our long-term employee presence, our presence with both local government as well as local schools made this the right place to actually put this long-term investment.
So there's the thoughts of the big boss. Well, what about the people on the shop floor? Well, here are two of them.
It's absolutely fantastic. It's overwhelming how big this investment is. The first time I came down to this site, I was absolutely blown away. It's beautiful. You can't say anything different.
Future is very bright, and when you, let's say, join into Schneider, you start from scratch, and then you generally just go up and up, and you just get taught everything. You just go get thrown into literally the grass, let's say. You learn step by step on what to do. So I would say the opportunity is massive. You can learn a lot of things, and it can teach you life.
Today's been a major statement of Schneider's confidence in North Yorkshire's economy and the government's plans for renewable energy. The firm's leaders say that whatever political decisions about keeping the lights on may or may not lie ahead, its 100-year commitment to Scarborough will last for many decades more. Richard Edwards, BBC Look North, Scarborough.
Quite an investment, isn't it? Time for the sport now. Sal is here, and we have very excited kids in the back of the car at the weekend because we saw the Samoa team bus on the A64.
Yeah, Women's World Cup. Have you been watching?
Well, no. I meant to get tickets to go to York and it passed me by, but I hear it was brilliant.
I'm sure you have at home. Yeah, let's start there, shall we, with the Women's Rugby World Cup. And World Player of the Year, Ellie Kildunn, who's from Keighley, will miss England's quarter-final next weekend after sustaining a head injury in the Red Roses' win over Australia. England beat Australia by 47 points to 7 on Saturday, but Kildunn suffered concussion symptoms after banging her head on the turf in a tackle. It means she'll now face a mandatory minimum 12-day stand-down period. England plays Scotland in the quarter-finals at the weekend. In football, newly promoted Doncaster and Bradford faced each other for the first time this season in League One, with the Rovers coming out on top, winning 3-1. All 4 goals came in an action-packed first half, with Will Swan scoring Bradford's only goal. Doncaster were dominant with goals from Luke Molyneux, Jordan Gibson and this from Billy Sharp. The Rovers are second in the table after inflicting a first defeat of the season on the Bantams. There were plenty of goals at Huddersfield too, as Town came from behind to beat Peterborough 3-2. Take a look at this. Joe Taylor chased down Peterborough's keeper to get free in the box, only to hit the post, but made up for that miss in stoppage time with Huddersfield's 3rd goal. The win takes them to 3rd in the table. And Denzel Hall's powerful volley proved to be the match winner as Rotherham edged out Exeter with a 1-0 win at the New York Stadium. In Rugby League, Castleford ended a 5-match losing streak to put a dent in Wakefield's Super League playoff hopes. The Tigers beat Trinity by 26 points to 22 in a closely fought battle, Liam Horn going over here, to haul themselves into 10th place in the table. Wakefield remain in 6th after playoff rivals Hull FC also lost their match. And with just 2 weeks left of the regular season, the fight is on to secure that coveted last spot in the playoffs. Now to boxing, and it was another stellar night in the career of York heavyweight Leo Atang, who's been described by promoter Eddie Hearn as the next Anthony Joshua. The 18-year-old dropped and stopped Christian Owaka after just 2 minutes and 31 seconds in the opening round at the Sunderland Live Arena. That makes 2 wins out of 2 in his professional career.
You know what, I actually was a bit more nervous this time. I don't really know why, to be honest. I genuinely couldn't put a finger on it, but I just felt more nervous. But I was buzzing to be back out there, seeing lots of faces again. Felt calm in the ring. A little bit nervous before, but got the job done.
And professional cyclists Charlie and Harry Tamfield from North Yorkshire have set off on a ride from Harrogate to Westminster to raise awareness about regional cancer inequalities. They're towing a trailer of 500 white roses to support a Yorkshire cancer research campaign to improve diagnosis and treatment. The charity said Yorkshire received less than 5% of research funding, despite making up 8% of the UK population. The Tamfield brothers have a personal reason to back the campaign.
We lost our mum to cancer around 6 years ago now, so it's just really nice that we can be a part of something which is doing good for the families that suffer as well with the losses from cancer, and the research that goes in, and the funding which is unequal for the region as a whole. So yeah, it's really nice that we can try to raise awareness about it.
And they're due to arrive in Westminster tomorrow. That's it for now, Amy.
Thanks, Sam. I'm going to watch the Women's Rugby League.
Get yourself tuned in.
I will, and I'll come back to you with full commentary, just to show I've been watching. Now, we're talking about another challenge, and certainly a big one if you're this age. An Army veteran from Bingley says he's been taking on his latest challenge to say thank you to the hospital that cared for his premature grandchildren. Now, despite being in his 90s and having cancer treatment, Geoffrey Long is trying to do nearly 20,000 steps around St Enory Square in Bradford. Nathan Turvey has been catching up with him.
3, 2, 1.
He's 94 and has severe arthritis, so every step Geoffrey takes is an important one.
5 of my grandchildren have been, what can I say, looked after extra special. They were all born very tiny, premature. So it's a worthwhile challenge today.
The former paratrooper is taking on his latest fundraising challenge, doing laps of Centenary Square during September while pushing a baby doll in a pram.
Geoffrey likes to do anything that will get somebody's attention and a little laugh or a giggle. So the mimic of the doll and the pram is to represent the reason why Geoffrey's doing this challenge, raising money for the neonatal unit at Bradford Royal Infirmary. So Calamity Jane's on at the Alhambra this afternoon.
A printing error on his T-shirt seriously underestimates what he's trying to achieve here. It should read 19,500 steps in total. Geoffrey says he's now raised more than £400,000 for various charities. That fundraising journey started in 2007, when he was already in his mid-70s. 18 years later, and every step Geoffrey takes will help fund a new home-from-home unit at the hospital.
How much have you raised in total, do you know?
No. All I know it's over 400,000.
That's incredible, more than 400,000. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's just one of those things, really. You know, it's nothing special to me.
Oh, it's incredible. I'm so delighted and so happy to see Geoffrey taking the steps. He's marvellous, and so happy that he's on his journey now.
Do you feel confident?
Yes. Always confident when I get my combat shirt on and trousers and boots.
Nathan Turvey, BBC Look North, Bradford.
What a superstar. Now, are you feeling festive yet? Funny enough, me neither. But apparently it is never too early to start planning for Christmas, especially if you're a Yorkshire stately home. For months now, volunteers have been working with a renowned interior designer at Harewood House, creating unique upcycled Christmas decorations for this year's display. More than 5,000 Regency-themed items have been made, and today Carla Fowler got a sneak preview.
So here in a secret location in the grounds of Harewood House, a very special Christmas display is being prepared now. There are some very tantalising sights here, including these shoes, which have gone viral on Instagram, I'm told, bedecked as they are in vintage perfume bottles. Now, the theme, if you haven't guessed already, is going to be Regency Reimagined. We've got volunteers working on the displays right now. Every room is going to have its own theme, from Marie Antoinette style feast room to the vintage perfume bottle Christmas tree, which will be in the state bedroom. It's all going to be very fabulous and very extra indeed. Let's have a look at some of the things being made. Julie, what are you working on, if you don't mind telling us?
I'm working on the perfume bottles, so upcycling old and new perfume bottles and making them look absolutely gorgeous to go in the bedroom.
What challenges have there been in making all of this in time?
Lots of work, but it's been really good fun, meeting new friends, using glue guns. But yeah, all been really good fun.
And are you looking forward to seeing it in position?
Cannot wait, cannot wait.
Fantastic. Well, this is the woman behind the concept. Siobhan, you're the designer. Can you tell me, what's it all about?
So the theme this year is the night of the Grand Regency Ball, and basically it's just going to be a maximalist feast for the eyes. So think Regency, but with the volume really cranked up to the max in terms of the colour palette and just the scale of the installation.
Quickly, what are your highlights, your favourite bits?
So I love the scale. I love, we've got some really big things. We've got like an 18-foot ballerina tutu Christmas tree. We've got some, the giant shoes, which you've already seen. And also we've got some miniatures as well, which is going to be really exciting. So I love the scale, all the colour, and just all the magic of Christmas.
Sounds absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Siobhan. And Zoe, you are head of all things Christmas here at Harewood House. How much of a challenge has this been?
It's a huge undertaking, yes. We first approached Siobhan last summer, and we've pretty much been planning ever since. And then our wonderful volunteers started on the workshops in June. I think they've probably given about 500 hours so far. I think by the time we are ready to install, they've probably given about 1,000 in total.
And the all-important question, when can the public see all this?
So it opens on the 8th of November. So that's the house with the grand glittering ball. Hopefully lots of opportunity to make lots of Christmas memories at Harewood.
Well, I can't wait for one. You heard it here first. Christmas with a difference is on its way to Harewood House.
We're not ready to talk about Christmas yet, but we are ready to talk about this. If you missed it, the lunar eclipse, I mean, this looks like the real deal, doesn't it? There was quite a bit of cloud about last night, wasn't there? But for those of you who were lucky enough to catch a glimpse, what a spectacular sight it was. It's also known as a blood moon, and we've been putting together a few of the pictures that you've sent in. Take a look at this. Oh, I'm feeling so serene after watching that. I feel like I need a nice nap. Well done to all of you who did catch a glimpse. Absolutely spectacular, wasn't it? Katerina is here with us.
Hello.
Katerina, hello. I feel like we need to know a little bit more about this moon.
Yes.
How rare is it to see a blood moon?
Yeah, we don't see it often here in the UK. It happens maybe 2 to 3 times, once every 2 to 3 times a year. And that's if the skies are clear, of course. We need the perfect weather conditions to get the best view.
As we saw, some of those pictures there were a stunning bright colour. Why does it appear red?
Well, during the lunar eclipse, the Earth's atmosphere filters sunlight. So what it does is it scatters the blues and it only allows the reds and the oranges through to the moon. And that's why you get this beautiful, stunning reddish colour.
And if, like me, we missed it last night, when can we see it again?
2028.
Oh, stop it. I've got to wait that long. I'll be grey by then.
There's a partial one next year. That'll be quite cool to check out. But yeah, the next one, 2028. And of course, it's the clear skies we need so we all can get the perfect view. So yeah, so not too long away. So you say that it's 3-4 years away?
Oh yeah, let's not wish our lives away.
Well, out there today, here's some Weather Watchers photos. We've got a first one here. Beautiful blue sky first thing this morning, Amy. This afternoon, there were a few showers around. a few heavy bursts as well, but some cloud here and there too. So it wasn't too bad. I mean, tomorrow is going to be mostly dry through the day. Say the last settled day of the week before it all takes its turn again from Wednesday onwards. Those fronts will work their way in from the west, and that's going to produce showers and also longer spells of rain. So thank you as always for sending in your pictures. If you'd like your picture from the telly, you can send it in to us via social media, or you can head straight to the Weather Watchers website. So tomorrow, sunny spells. It's going to be mostly dry. There'll be a moderate breeze around, and it's these weather fronts that are going to work their way in from the west on Wednesday, and that's going to produce some showers. There's going to be further showers on Thursday. These showers are most likely to fall heavy and also thundering. It's going to continue unsettled through the rest of the week, so feeling very autumnal. So here's your picture through tonight. It's going to be mostly dry. Any lingering showers will eventually clear, so dry with clear skies and a gentle breeze. Our temperatures will fall away to around 7 to 8 degrees, so it is going to feel cool into tomorrow morning. So your next high waters then, we have Scarborough. The next one is at 5:40 tomorrow morning, and then Filey at 5:49. So a really beautiful start to Tuesday. Lots of blue sky and sunshine. Through the afternoon there'll be patches of cloud, sunny spells, and just the chance of 1 or 2 isolated showers. So for many of us it is going to stay dry. Temperatures around 20 to 21 degrees, and then it's Wednesday. Those winds are going to pick up. There is going to be showers, further showers on Thursday. These potentially heavy and thundery, and it stays unsettled through the rest of the week. Amy.
You're with us all week, Katerina?
I am. Here
Good to
Thursday.
hear it. The girls squad with you all this week, and I will be back at 10:30 this evening, so I hope you'll join me then for the late news. Bye-bye for now.